Fireworks last night, they were something else. Just to put it into context, during a typical July 4th on the National Mall, there are about 7,000 fireworks that are launched. Last night, about 850,000 were used in the show. It was quite a scene. But if you watch the fireworks, then you probably noticed this. Just massive, huge clouds of smoke that stayed around a lot longer after the show was over. And guess what? All day today, and we heard Catalina talk about it a little bit there, D.C. has been under a code purple air quality alert. Code purple means very unhealthy. So what impact is one of the largest fireworks show apparently ever having on the skies of our nation's capital? Well, we've got two people here to help us answer that question. Russell Dickerson is a professor at the University of Maryland. He researches air pollution. He's up on the left-hand side of your screen. We also have Joel Dreesen from the Maryland Department of the Environment. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us live on a Sunday, a holiday weekend. Appreciate it. Mr. Dreesen, I want to start with you because I understand that you work in Maryland. The fireworks were obviously over the skies of D.C. last night, but parts of your state, like Prince George's County, the air quality today has been noticeably worse, correct?
Correct. We were able to see the plume that took place over D.C. Translate downstream and got into parts of Maryland. That's correct.
So, Professor Russell, shortly after the fireworks started last night, and guys, I don't know if we can put that video up again, you could see the clouds of smoke that they were creating. Obviously, this is not something new. Fireworks produce smoke. Okay, I think we're looking at the map right now showing the different air quality throughout the D.C. area. Okay, there are the fireworks there. The smoke that the fireworks produce, guys, nothing new. I think the question here, though, is what kind of effect does 850,000 fireworks have when they are launched over a city?
Well, this was unprecedented. The air quality was extremely poor. In one sense, we got lucky. All those thunderstorms your meteorologist was just talking about helped clear the air a little bit before and helped clear it afterward. But as you pointed out, it was code purple, very unhealthy over a large part of Washington and Maryland. And those are distinct health hazards. So that you can see from that smoke plume that the fine particulate matter, the threat to human health, to cardiovascular health and respiratory health, was clinging pretty close to the ground. And that's typical at night when vertical mixing, dispersion of pollutants is slow. But again, we did have some thunderstorms. Otherwise, it might have been even worse.
So I got a quick follow-up, Professor, based off what you just said. Remember the smoke that we saw over the skies of D.C., the wildfire smoke from Canada, either last summer or a couple summers ago? What's the comparison here between that, because it was pretty hazy outside, and I know that we had air quality alerts then, versus what we saw over the skies of D.C. last night and into today?
Well, the forest fires generated a larger plume, but the intensity locally from all these fireworks was probably worse. I think it's about, imagine you're a fire jumper and you're standing next to a massive forest fire and that smoke plume blows into your face. That's about what we had for a while in Washington.
Wow. Joel, was there any communication between the National Park Service or the administration and Maryland, like a hey, heads up, we're about to light up almost 1 million fireworks this weekend? Was there any coordination?
Yeah, we were working really well with the DOE, Department of Energy and Environment, and the district, and coordinating the numbers and trying to do the math and trying to understand the true impact of the forecast, on the forecast by the fireworks. And that collaboration has always been ongoing. And this is just a special case where we just had to work really well together and try to isolate this event and do our best. And like Russ had said, we got pretty lucky. It was kind of a best case scenario where the meteorology just really supported a better case at the surface. It could have been far worse if that plume had gone, for instance, over the mall instead of to the southeast.
Yeah, Mother Nature helped us out. That's for sure. She didn't help us out earlier in the week with the heat, but last night sounds like she did. Joel Dreesen with the state of Maryland, Professor Russell Dickerson with the University of Maryland. Thank you both for joining us live on News 4. We appreciate it.